What really happened behind the scenes after Jungkook spoke out? And why are fans suddenly questioning everything about his relationship with Taehyung? Did Jungkook accidentally reveal something deeper than anyone expected? Or was his statement simply misunderstood in a way that ignited a wildfire inside the global BTS fandom? And perhaps the biggest question that continues to echo across social media: if Jungkook has finally broken the silence, what does this mean for his bond with Taehyung moving forward? Before we dive deeper into this unfolding story, one thing is certain. The conversation surrounding Jungkook, Taehyung, and HYBE has become one of the most emotionally charged debates among ARMY in recent memory. If you are following this situation closely, make sure to share your thoughts in the comments, join the discussion, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next updates surrounding BTS and the moments that continue to shape their journey. Because what started as a simple statement has now grown into something much bigger, something no one expected. And now the entire fandom is asking the same question: what comes next? The situation began quietly, almost subtly, during a moment when Jungkook spoke candidly about the pressures surrounding his career and the expectations placed on him as a global superstar. His words were not explosive on the surface. They were calm, reflective, even thoughtful. But as often happens in the world of K-pop, every word spoken by a member of BTS carries enormous weight. Within minutes, clips of Jungkook's statement began circulating online. Fans replayed the footage repeatedly. Some heard vulnerability, others heard frustration. A few believed they detected something even more significant hidden between the lines. And suddenly, what might have been just another thoughtful reflection from Jungkook turned into a heated discussion that spread across every corner of the internet. One particular part of his statement quickly became the center of attention. Jungkook briefly touched on the pressures surrounding the industry and the expectations placed on artists under major entertainment companies. Although he never directly criticized anyone, the mere mention of those pressures sparked speculation about HYBE and the role the company plays in shaping the lives and decisions of its artists. For many fans, the comment felt honest and refreshing. For others, it raised uncomfortable questions. Was Jungkook hinting at something deeper about the environment behind the scenes? Was he expressing feelings that had been building for years? Or was the internet simply reading too much into a personal moment of reflection? As this debate unfolded, another layer of speculation emerged. One that quickly drew Taehyung into the conversation. Because Jungkook's statement did not only touch on industry pressure, he also spoke about relationships, understanding, and how difficult it can sometimes be to communicate feelings clearly when emotions run high and schedules keep people constantly moving. At first, the connection seemed vague, but it did not take long before some fans began linking those words to Taehyung. Why? Because for years, ARMY has closely watched the unique dynamic between Jungkook and Taehyung. Their bond has been one of the most talked about friendships within BTS. From playful moments on stage to heartfelt conversations during interviews and behind-the-scenes footage, their relationship has often been described by fans as something deeply genuine. However, like any relationship that exists under the spotlight of global fame, their dynamic has also occasionally been the subject of speculation. Some fans have previously noticed moments where their interactions appeared quieter than usual. Others interpreted certain body language exchanges as signs of tension. Most of the time, those observations faded quickly as new moments of laughter and warmth between the two appeared. But Jungkook's recent statement suddenly reopened those old discussions. Could there really have been misunderstandings between them? Was Jungkook referring to personal experiences involving someone close to him? Or was the fandom simply connecting dots that were never meant to be connected? Within hours, the ARMY community found itself divided into two major perspectives. One side believed Jungkook's words were being misinterpreted. They argued that Jungkook has always been someone who speaks honestly about personal growth, pressure, and emotional struggles. For them, his statement represented maturity rather than hidden conflict. They believe dragging Taehyung into the conversation only created unnecessary drama around two artists who have repeatedly shown their deep respect for each other. But another group of fans saw things differently. They believed Jungkook's tone suggested something more personal. Not necessarily conflict, but perhaps a reflection on past misunderstandings or emotional distance that had once existed between him and someone important. And because Taehyung has long been known as one of Jungkook's closest companions within BTS, speculation naturally gravitated toward him. This is how the debate truly began. Not from confirmed facts, but from interpretation, emotion, and the deep emotional investment fans have in the relationships between BTS members. As discussions intensified, social media platforms filled with theories. Some fans analyzed Jungkook's exact wording frame by frame. Others revisited old videos, interviews, and concert moments in search of clues. Certain clips showing subtle expressions between Jungkook and Taehyung resurfaced and were reinterpreted through the lens of this new controversy. A smile suddenly seemed meaningful. A brief silence during a past interview looked suspicious. Moments that had once been seen as ordinary now appeared loaded with hidden significance. Yet amid the noise, one critical detail remained clear. Neither Jungkook nor Taehyung had directly addressed any tension between them. Still, speculation rarely waits for confirmation. The emotional bond fans feel toward BTS often transforms small moments into massive narratives. And this time was no different. Interestingly, the mention of HYBE in Jungkook's statement added another dimension to the discussion. Some fans began asking whether the pressures Jungkook described were connected to the complex responsibilities of being part of one of the most successful music groups in history. Being a member of BTS means carrying expectations not only from fans, but also from the global industry itself. Schedules stretch across continents. Public scrutiny follows every action. And even personal friendships can sometimes become topics of global debate. In that context, Jungkook's words about pressure and communication suddenly seemed much more relatable. Perhaps he was simply acknowledging how difficult it can be to maintain emotional balance under such circumstances. Perhaps he was reflecting on how relationships evolve over time when people grow and face different challenges. But the internet rarely settles for simple explanations. The conversation continued escalating as some fans began framing the situation as a turning point. If Jungkook truly intended to open up about emotional struggles, then perhaps this was a moment of honesty that should be respected rather than dissected. However, others insisted that public figures must be aware of how their words will be interpreted. And because Jungkook mentioned both pressure and relationships in the same context, speculation became almost inevitable. Meanwhile, another question quietly surfaced beneath all the noise. How does Taehyung feel about this situation? Until now, Taehyung has not issued any statement regarding the debate spreading across the fandom. But that silence has only fueled curiosity. Some fans interpret it as a sign that there is nothing to clarify. Others believe it may indicate that the situation is more complicated than it appears. Still, many longtime ARMY members have urged the community to slow down and remember something important. BTS has always emphasized trust and brotherhood. For over a decade, the members have repeatedly supported each other through challenges that most artists could never imagine. From grueling training days to global superstardom, their journey has been built on resilience and unity. Because of that history, many fans believe it would take far more than speculation to truly shake the bond between Jungkook and Taehyung. Yet the emotional intensity of the conversation continues to grow. Perhaps that is because the relationship between these two members has always carried special meaning for fans. Jungkook, the youngest member who once looked up to the older members as mentors. Taehyung, the charismatic artist known for his emotional openness and creative spirit. Together, they have shared countless moments that fans remember vividly. Laughing backstage, supporting each other during difficult times, creating memories that shaped the identity of BTS itself.